Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. Today's topic is when someone shows you who they are, believe them. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's a Maya Angelou quote. She is a great author who has gone over to the other side. She's passed away, but she leaves us some valuable wisdom. One of her most popular phrases that she wrote is, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. You know, I'm deep, and I like to go a little deeper than just the surface. And I want to know why we would even have to tell ourselves this. Why wouldn't it be obvious? If you touch a hot stove, you're going to get burned. Our minds are wired to know that if we touch a hot stove, we're going to get burned. So we don't go around touching hot stoves, generally speaking. Why then do some of us, why do we have a tendency to overlook people who are apparently, obviously abusive or bad for us? Why do we let them slide? Why don't we see who they are? Why don't we protect ourselves? Why do we just go on as if it's not even gonna turn into a nightmare? Okay? It's like if you have somebody who has apparent, obvious, they're love bombing. Someone is love bombing, okay? You know what love bombing is. I know what love bombing is. We've got the book. We've got the textbook. We know what it is. We're ready for it. And then someone comes along and love bombs you. Why do we keep allowing it to happen? Or the shite test. Let's say someone stands you up on a very important event, or even just says, hey, I'm coming over, and then never comes over. Why don't we allow that to wake us up every time? I'm not saying we don't. Sometimes we are able to do it, but there are other times when people are able to get past our defenses. And the reason I know this is not just me is because we have a quote like that. That quote, when people show you who they are, believe them. It's because, I think, because there are other aspects to human relating. And I think that people are skilled at fooling us because they're able to do things that they're giving mixed signals. They're doing good things, and then they're doing a negative thing, then they're doing a bad thing, then they're doing a good thing, and it's causing confusion. Okay, this confusion is a place of non-attachment to your soul. When you're in a place of confusion, when you're dealing with someone who's confusing, who's giving you mixed signals, who's being nice to you one minute, but at the same time stabbing you and hurting you, it causes confusion. And that confusion causes us to be detached from our truth. And when you're detached from your truth, you can't really make good decisions. And so you end up allowing people who mean you no good, who are harmful to you, into your life, right? That can happen. So that's why we need quotes like, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And I think that wisdom can be taught, and I think we can learn. Eventually you're going to learn not to touch the hot stove. Well, if you allow people with toxic behaviors in your life and you allow them to stay in your life, you will eventually get burned. You will feel the burn, because toxic people have a tendency to wear two faces. They have a mask. They wear masks to get on your good graces. And eventually, somewhere along the road, they're going to change, and they're going to turn into someone that is not very good for you. And actually, it's kind of like taking a drink of milk and expecting a really good, nice drink of milk, and it's rotten. Rotten. It's like drinking rotten milk. That's what these people are like who are toxic, narcissists, people who want to exploit you, control you, rule you, and take you over. And you're an empathetic person. You think the best of everyone. You would never dream of lying to other people. You would never dream of exploiting other people. However, you have to get wise to the fact that there are people out there that are more than willing to do whatever is necessary, to lie in whatever way is necessary in order to get you to drink that gross milk. That's what they're looking to do. And so it becomes so difficult when you are a loving person, when you're an empath, whenever you believe the best in others, and you would never want to imagine someone having such a cold heart, that you just want to forget cold hearts exist. And you see cold-heartedness come out of a person, and you see those red flags. You know, you see those behaviors, you're like, if that person were behaving like that to me, that could end up being bad. That could end up being very bad. I could end up hurting out of that one. I don't see how I could get out of that one. I would be in some big trouble. You have to look at it. When you see someone behaving in a certain way to others, or even to you, you have got to look at it and say, stop. Check yourself. And you got to check yourself. Now, there's people like this everywhere, so you can't get away. You just have to keep people at a distance and not share your heart and not trust so easily. Don't give people your trust when they show you who they are. Now, I like to say that you trust everyone until they do something that would cause you to not trust them, because you don't want to be one of these people that are like, oh my God, everybody's the worst and I don't love anybody. You know, we can't do that either. You have to have some level of trust or you can't have healthy relationships. So I think it's really important to just be aware that, you know, if someone has toxic character traits and you really care about them and you love them and you think the best of them and you think they're the schnizzle, you think they're awesome, you think they're bomb, you love hanging out with them, but they have toxic character traits, you need to understand that that's who they are. And you have to face, that's who they are. I know you don't want to face it. I know it's not fun to face it. I know you would rather do anything than face it, but if you do not face it, then you're going to end up being the one who takes the punch to the gut. Eventually, it's going to come back to you. That lack of wisdom, that letting down of your guard, that thinking, oh, it's not going to happen this time. Oh, this person would never do that to me. Oh, this person is rude to the waiter, but they'll never be rude like that to me. Oh, this person is cheated on their first wife. They would never cheat again. Really? Interesting. No, people are telling you who they are all the time. Unscrupulous people give themselves away. They're not that intelligent. They just don't play by the rules. The only reason they seem more intelligent than you is because they don't play by the rules that you're playing by. They don't have your rule book. We, as in empaths and people that are decent, in my opinion, I believe decent people are people who have character, who have values, who have integrity. We are playing by a different set of rules than the people that are not, than the people that are playing by a power differential, who are trying to get one up on others. So these people will let themselves be known. They're going to let themselves be known. But you have to take off the glasses. You have to take off your Pollyanna glasses. Take off your Pollyanna glasses. This is a good thumbnail, isn't it? You got to take off those glasses. You got to take off those Pollyanna glasses and see the truth for what the truth is. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. That red flag is a red flag for you to use your database of information. And no matter how much you think this person is the answer to all your prayers, understand that reality is reality. Facing reality is more important than anything, because you are more important than any dream that you have or any fantasy or any person. You are worth protecting, and you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself from people that would use you, that would exploit you, that would punch you in the gut and run away and steal all your goodie and waste all your time and suck all your energy and use you as a self-esteem stick. You don't have time for that. You have to face the fact, dude, you are not good for me. I really thought you would be, but you're just not, damn it. I was hoping so much that you would be someone that I would be able to love and trust. But unfortunately, the signs point to you being somebody that is not good. And you've shown me who you are. And I'm not necessarily going to come out and tell you, I know. But I'm going to sit back and I'm going to have a distance, because different people deserve different levels of closeness to you. And if someone is showing you that they've cheated on all of their exes, or showing you that they're rude to the waiters, or showing you that they don't have empathy in other areas, then I'm wondering if I'm thinking this might be a mask that I'm interacting with. And it's quite the cognitive dissonance that you have to overcome. You have to overcome cognitive dissonance to be able to believe who someone is when they show you. You know, that verse, that saying by Maya Angelou usually comes to me after I've been, punched in the gut. I'm like, dang, why didn't I remember? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Whoa, dang, I forgot again. Touch the fire, touch the hot stove. I touched the stove again. Well, when are we going to come to the day where we get it before? I'm getting it. There's times I'm getting it, and I'm learning, okay, this person is going to stay in this category because I see who they are. And you know what? They may be able to redeem themselves because, I could have an error, or they could have a bad day. Everybody has bad days, right? Everybody can make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But if you're somebody who grew up in an abusive environment, and you're coming out of being codependent, coming out of being a people pleaser, coming out of being a doormat, and you're learning to stand up for yourself, and you're learning how to stay clear of toxic people, then you have to keep people at a distance, especially people who show you who they are. You need to start believing them immediately, because your very health and vitality depends upon it. And everything about you depends upon you believing these people that are telling you plain and clear, plain as day, right in front of you, I'm not good for you. I'm not good. If I would cheat on my ex-wife, I would cheat on you. I would have no problem. Even though I'm going to not tell you that to your face, because if I told you that, you wouldn't like me. But people who are unscrupulous, people who are not good for you, are going to let you know in myriad ways. So it's time for us as a collective to start paying attention. And this is Self-Love You. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about loving yourself, learning to overcome abusive relationships, learning to love yourself, learning to have healthy, fabulous relationship with yourself and with others. And I hope that you like, subscribe, and share, and join my private membership group where we talk about deeper healing of the true self. And until next time, I will talk to you soon. Bye.